This is my September update on my 112-gallon Average Reef. I unexpectedly left the tank for a few days this month, and to voice this displeasure, I lost a giant piece of Passalapora here. There's just a little bit left here. I cut the rest out. It was probably almost the size of this. There was nothing really wrong with the tank, it just bailed out, so, the tank somehow knows when you're not around. I was able to add this little rainbow Monty frag, which I've had for quite some time though, so I guess it's not all bad. Overall, the tank is looking pretty good, but pretty jam-packed. While I was away, I did pick up this Blastomusa here, and this little Micromusa here. A side note, a couple of these Grandes seem to be dying. I don't really know why. They've just turned completely white. Given how toxic they are, I just haven't bothered to cut them out, but maybe one day. I just got these two frags because there's really nowhere to add coral. I would love to add some more zoanthids, but I think I've lost a few that have just completely got grown over by other color morphs. Over here it's becoming more and more of a jumbled mess too. There's several different gorgonians and Kenya trees and the giant toadstool, which I guess is going to be a little bit smaller soon. There's quite a few pieces that are about to drop. My green cabbage coral is growing quite nicely. This is something I've had a couple of years and it's never really taken off, but it looks quite nice in contrast to the purple one above it. I did recently try and pair my 16-year-old naked, but her would-be boyfriend kind of spends most of his time in the corner here. They don't fight or anything, they just mostly ignore each other. Sometimes he goes into the Xena as well. Well, I certainly could add some more fish. Anything other than small fish will probably get beaten up. The yellow tang is quite big, and the other tang and the angel, they don't really get along. I mean, they don't fight like crazy, but they do from time to time go at each other. The one Goniapora here is really looking good. It's probably about 10 months in the tank, maybe a little bit less. It started as a small frag, and I would say it's almost a small colony now. This one here, which is newer, is also doing quite well. And then, of course, the big one. And the big one's babies, which are considerably more red for whatever reason. The side view is still my favorite, but it really shows like how jam-packed the tank is. Everything to the front of the glass, encrusting up the back wall. With that in mind, I'm starting to think that next year, if I'm still in this house, which it does look like I will be, I'm going to upgrade the tank, not to my dream tank, but something a little bit bigger, maybe twice the size. This is only 18 inches front to back, and it's only 2 feet tall, which is the standard. Actually, now tanks are getting shallower, but I actually want to get a 30-inch tall tank since I have some pretty big corals. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to think like this will be the last full year of this tank, but I've been wrong before. I've had this actual glass box since 2006, and it's been running pretty much the whole time. The rock, some of the corals, and even the clownfish are 16 years or older. But we'll see what the future holds. If you do have any constructive criticism on the tank, feel free to leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy reefing.